Good day everyone! Welcome back to our channel, and today I'm going to share to you my reflection about the social philosophy of Rizal. So before I start, mga kupasaydaan sa kasamog sa palibot, and hoping na you will learn from my reflection. Okay, let's start. God ought not to be utilized as a shield and protector of abuses, nor should religion be used for such purposes. So I get my core philosophy from the 7 dimension of social philosophy of Rizal. So Rizal grew up nurtured by a closely knit Catholic family, was educated in the foremost Catholic schools of the period in elementary, secondary, and college level. Logically, therefore, he should have been a propagator of strictly Catholic traditions. According to the letters Dr. Rizal wrote, his concept of God can be divided into 3 categories. First and foremost, he believed in the existence of God. Second, he considered God to be plus supreme. Finally, he believed that God was the source of nature, and that nature was God's manifestation. In the foreword of the Noli Me Tangere, the primordial purpose of Rizal was a believer of God was clearly understood. As he stated, I have tried to show the difference between real religion and the hypocrisy that under its cloak has improvised and brutalized us. I have brought out the real meaning of the dazzling and deceptive words of our countrymen. In today's situation, the church uses religion to solidify the credibility of any of their claims. For example, the church is and should be a non-partisan organization. Yet, it endorses candidates for certain political positions. In this scenario, a repeat of Rizal's struggles occurred and has been stood up again several times and rebuked publicly. Rizal's philosophy is to uproot the hidden agenda behind religion. The church, which is supposed to be a humanitarian organization, has used its power of influence to achieve the goals that are otherwise unachievable without religious influence. Dr. Jose Rizal's philosophy is one of the great help to our current society because it promotes the elimination of the church's main goal, which is to propagate religion through pious means, as well as the church's refusal to participate in state affairs and instead focus on their role as guides and counselors to their flocks. In our present circumstances, the government is dealing with affairs more complicated than ever. The governing body of the state must be educated in art of government. The church does not possess such knowledge. What does a group of religious scholars know about economy, infrastructure, and military? That is why, in our present situation, the church must not meddle in affairs of the state and uphold the rule as propagators of religion, and as such, be separate from the governing rule. Through Rizal's philosophy, it teaches us to build our spiritual beliefs and focus on our own growth as a Christian. In hindsight, Dr. Jose Rizal's philosophy shares the same principle as the ideal of the separation of church and state. In his struggles against the Spanish friars who have grown fast from corruption and greed, he highlights the church's menacing appendage in affairs of the state. He pushes his ideal that the church should and must stick to its primary role as propagators of religion. Nothing more, not as political governing bodies of the state, but of the spiritual faith of the following. That's all.